Hey there, my name is Woodley. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. And today I'm up here on a property in the foothills of the Adirondacks, just south of the Adirondack Park. And we are in the process of working to build a home with my wife and my 4 children. And today I'm going to be working on clearing up a little bit of the property around here. I've got some dead wood that's down. I've probably got about an hour of daylight left here. It's New Year's Eve. And I want to talk with you, I wanted to share with you about this process and start this YouTube channel because I have really benefited from and enjoyed watching other people on similar journeys. And one of the things that I've realized is there's kind of a process of inspiration, information, and then application. And we need all 3 of those things in our lives. And what can happen sometimes is you have an inspiration, and for me this has been an inspiration to build up here for a number of years, and there's a lot more to that story that will likely be told in the future. But it had become, gaining a lot of information, and I have had a lot of ideas in my head. And what I realized is that whenever we have inspiration and information, in order for that thing to continue in our lives, it has to meet an application where we actually need to begin to start doing something. And sometimes we can get caught in the loop of getting more information or getting more inspiration, and we fail to do the application. Or we think that we need something else in order to do the application. So as an example, for me, I've got an MS-250 steel chainsaw. Kind of a nice chainsaw, small chainsaw. And I watch these other guys, and I'd love to have a Steel Pro Series saw. I'm about 1.5 years into owning a saw with, fairly minimal use, a little bit here, a little bit there. Took a big tree down for my mom with my brother. Some things here on this property as we're working towards it. But, then you start looking and you start seeing these other ones and like, oh, that would be nice. And so you can fail to take action, or you can take the wrong kind of action because you think that you need more money or you need more resources, instead of looking at what is it before you, what small thing can you do that is before you today. So for me, this is a pretty big property, and I'll kind of give you a little pan around it. And you gotta break these things down. I learned this tip from the Wrangler Star channel about clearing land when you're doing it by hand like this, is you just pick a little area and you start small with that. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'll show you a little bit of that process, and yeah. Okay, so this is the little area up here where I'm going to be clearing out. We see we've got these down trees there. If you look down in front of me here, our drive is going to come up. My car is way down there, and we're going to have a drive that's going to come up to about where that tree is, and then we're going to have 2 channels off of that. And then our house is going to be over in this area. If you can see where, not when it focuses out, there's a couple of orange stakes. I don't know if they show up. And we've got all these trees here. These ones are gonna need to come out, but I was speaking with an excavator friend of mine, and he said when you're working with an excavator, it's much easier to take down a full-size tree than it is to get a stump, because you can use the leverage of the tree to pull the roots out. So we're going to leave those in there, let the big machines do it, but there's plenty to do for me, and because it's so overwhelming of the plenty to do, what I'm going to do today here is just work on cleaning up this stuff here. So I'm going to get the saw, got to get my chain on, get it fired up, and see what we can get done.